Alright, welcome back to Bodyworks Gym TV. Today we're going to go through some food prepping that we're going to get some questions on, stuff like that. So I'm going to show you kind of how I prep. I normally prep on Sundays and middle of the week, like Wednesdays, for 2 days. I'm usually out of town a couple days here and there, and I'll take my food, get everything set up. Some of them I have to eat cold, some of them I'll eat in a motel, stuff like that. So I get everything cooked up as far as weigh everything up and kind of get everything set up through the week, and then that way for both myself and my wife. So we're going to go through here and like I say, show you some of the stuff I do and then some of the stuff I add to everything and give you an idea. So we're going to get to this. Basically, some of the stuff, like I say, I'll add some of the stuff I won't. I'll weigh everything. Like today, I'm going to cut up most of the chicken. I already had some fillets that I'll put in the freezer for later on. I'm only going to have, like I say, enough for the next couple days here. I'll cut up some vegetables, some peppers and stuff like that. I'll warm them up with some onions. I'm going to do some mushrooms, stuff like that, and I'll throw in. And then I'm going to today I'm going to use a fajita mix in mine today. Again, it matters how, if I was getting ready for a show, stuff would be a lot more blander than what it is now. If I'm getting, just what I normally eat, I eat pretty clean throughout the week, and then on the weekends, I pretty much eat however I want to eat or do whatever I want to do. If I want to eat real clean, I'll eat real clean. I'll use olive oil. It matters, like I say, what I have Fusion olive oil over there. I'll use regular olive oil. I use, sometimes I'll use Pan, which it is what it is. I'll use coconut oil, this organic coconut oil, which is solid. You don't really want to use liquid coconut oil because it's in plastic and it's not really the best form to use. I'll use this. Again, this all stuff is all natural, good fat for you, but again, you have to kind of calculate this stuff if you're really getting real close on your calories and stuff like this. I'll use some of this today, this infusion. Garlic oil, and then sometimes, like I say, for certain things I'll just put a quick spray of this on there. Like I say, for most of the stuff like that, I'll add accordingly. Like I say, that's a good way to get your natural fat, but again, you got to remember you got a lot of calories in that too. So if you're really calorie crunching, then that stuff you kind of have to watch, pay attention. That would be just like if you're going to use barbecue sauce or anything like that where it's got, it's high in calories, then you have to kind of add that to your stuff there. Which at this stage, I'm not really too worried about that. That's minor calories for me. So like I say, I'm cutting the stuff up this time. It's like 4 chicken thighs, like about 4 or 5 pounds of chicken breast there. Make sure you wash your hands real good with this stuff. Obviously, you don't want to be transferring all over the place. Alright, I just threw in some yellow pepper, some green pepper, some onions, and some mushrooms for this concoction. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be making up eggs too for the next couple days too. So I'll throw a little bit of that in with there. Get this chicken cooking. Like I say, a lot of times I'll cook the chicken on the grill. It matters, like I say, today, normally I'll, I usually get a bunch of fillets from work where I work, and then I'll just cook it all on the grill. That way it's got a nice grill taste to it. But today I'm not I just chop this up and make some fajitas out of it. It's easy, quick. I'll just split them up in the containers, add rice to them, put some seasoning in them, and that's it. Simple as that. A lot of times I'll cut up sweet potatoes. We'll use sweet potatoes instead of white potatoes. I got some white potatoes cooked from leftover from we made a rump roast, so I'm just going to use those potatoes a little bit, probably throw those in with my eggs. I'll cut this up usually. Fry these, you can fry them up or bake them however you want. They're real good either way. Throw a little cinnamon on them. A little bit, if you want to put something sweet, you can put a little sugar on it, or sugar, brown sugar, however you want to do it, doesn't matter. But I'll cut these up, dice up into little small pieces, and then fry them up. like I say, put cinnamon on there. They're really good when you know, for taste wise. For fruit, you can buy frozen fruit just like this. I'll take these. Like I said, blueberries you can't beat for antioxidants, and like I said, I'll throw these in one of my containers there also. Have those for a snack or something to feed on, you know, if I'm driving or at my lunchtime or whatever, just to get some extra carbs and sugar in. So I'll put a little bit of this fusion. It's infused with garlic. This stuff's really good. Like I usually have steak a couple days a week, or I'll use a hamburger, real lean ground beef. Again, matters what time of the year you know, sometimes I use sirloin if I'm not worried about the added fat, and you know, like I say, it just matters what time of the year it is as far as that goes. Some of the stuff I'll throw in there, giardiniera, I like giardiniera. It just matters. Now, also made rice. I didn't put it in the cooker. I just put it in a container. Now I'll use this here, better than bouillon. Both of these, I put like a tablespoon in my rice, mix it up, and this helps. Like I say, keeps a little bit more moist, and then on top that gives a little bit of a flavor. So you should not. This one here, I use the brown. Like I say, just mix it up in there. It just gives you a little bit better flavor taste. So you're not just eating straight white rice. And then usually what I'll do is I'll throw Frank's hot sauce in. I use that a lot because, again, Frank's hot sauce, if you're trying to control your calories as far as that goes, this stuff is pretty much calorie free, so you can use this as much as you want. You can use hot sauce. If you're going to use barbecue sauce, you got to watch, got sugar, so your calories, you got to watch that. If you're really watching your calories, you know, the closer you get to, you know, if you're trying to really watch your calories, and you know, 200 or 300 calories make a big difference in something like this here. Same way with this dipping sauce. I really like that on my chicken. I'll throw that on there. And basically, like I say, I just play with that kind of stuff. The spinach here, I'll eat this throughout whatever meals. I use kale a lot, but what I'll do is I'll take the spinach, cook it up a little bit, and then I'll throw it in with the eggs. Normally I'll do some bacon. Again, if I'm this time of the year, I'm gonna have some bacon. Usually a little bit of bacon, bust that all up, put that in there too. In my eggs, something like that. Just gotta check, make sure most all of it's cooked up. You don't want to overcook it too much, then it gets like leather, so you kind of have to be careful there. Throw the vegetables in there. And I'll save a little bit for my eggs. For recook any of those. This way, like I said, I have everything, you know, I usually do between 5 and 6 meals a day. It just matters. Again, some days vary, some other days. Just pour this in here on there. It's just a mixture, nothing crazy expensive. Now, like I say, if I'm eating these at nighttime, we're making them for a meal, then we'd use, you know, tortilla shells or whatever, something like that. But as far as just taking them, putting this today, I'm just going to make this so I can put them in separate containers and then throw rice in with it. A couple of them I'll probably throw potatoes in with it. Just matters what. Just so I'm not eating the same thing. I use the glass containers, stuff like that. And then like I say, I'll usually use this for like a couple meals. I'll use this probably for when I get up in the morning. I know I get up at 1 o'clock in the morning to leave. And so normally what I'll do is I'll make a shake with this here. This is this homemade pie, it's a replacement meal. I'll use this here. 2 scoops here. 2 scoops will give me like 48 grams of protein, 46 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of fat. So I'll have one shake right when I leave in the morning for work, and then I'll use one usually right before I go to bed. That's how I pretty much use it. I'll have usually two a day, sometimes one, sometimes two, like I say, and then I'll use my other protein throughout the day, like for pre-workout. Once in a blue moon, I'll use that for post-workout. If I know I'm not going to be able to get a meal in real fast, then I'll use that. And then if it's going to hold me over for a couple hours or something like that, that's actually a whole meal. So it's not like you're going to eat that, then you're going to want to eat another meal on top of it. That'd be too much for you. Okay, so basically, like I said, now what I'm going to do is that when that's done, I'm going to weigh everything, put everything separately in a container, put some rice in there, like I say, or potatoes or whatever, and then basically I'm ready to go for that day. Now the main thing, like I say if we're trying to lose body fat, the most important thing on any of this stuff here, the easiest way to lose body fat is you got to track your calories. Okay, so basically I am tracking somewhat of what I'm doing. We're not going to break everything down as far as that goes, but basically I kind of know what, I've been doing this for long enough. I know 6 ounces of chicken's this much, so much with carbs and stuff like that. But that's the most important thing. First you need to do is break down, you want to get your calories down, know your BMR, know where your resting calories are, and then basically you want to take like 10%. If you're trying to gain weight, you want to go 10% over. Say your BMR is 3,000 calories a day, so then you want to go 10% over that, so that'd be 300 calories. So you add, say, 300 calories extra onto your BMR, so that way that'll put you in like a lean gaining where you're going to, at least you're going to be, your weight's going to continue, basically kind of stay up. You're not going to lose weight anyway. So that's how you basically do that. And then after that, obviously, your nutrition timing, you want to make sure you know what that is. Basically, what I mean by that is you want to make sure you cycle your carbs and all your proteins before and after your workouts. That's another good thing that you can do as far as for your best results. At least I feel the best results. Fasting before your workout, that's probably not the best avenue to do stuff. Obviously you can fast if say you're working out real early in the morning and you want to, if you don't have time to get up real early in the morning, say you go to work, get up at 4:30 in the morning. Yes, I've done it many times. I have to, sometimes fast. If you're doing your EEAs, you're not really fasting anyway. So as long as you're drinking that through your workout, you're pretty much going to be safe anyway, because that's kind of, keeping you going. But if you're going to fast throughout, if you're going to get up early in the morning and you're going to basically be fasting on a training workout, then what you want to do is make sure you eat a real good big meal before you go to bed, and that'll kind of carry you through that workout in the morning. And then after you get done with that workout in the morning, then obviously you want to have a big post breakfast or a big post workout meal, however you want to do it, for your best benefits on that stuff there. Then on top of that, like I say, your training, you want to make sure your training's on point. You want to make sure you're training hard. Everything's got to be on point. That's the other thing. We have to make sure you're training hard. So like I said, you have to make sure you keep that under control, how many calories you're burning throughout the day. Like I say, that way you know to keep your weight going. And then the other thing is you want to make sure you keep track of is your sleep. Make sure you're getting a lot of sleep. Obviously, we all want to try and get 8 hours of sleep if we possibly can. But realistically, most of us, it's pretty hard to do that. But like I say, the more sleep you get, the better it is for your body, to recuperate. Obviously you train hard, you eat proper, you eat good, but if you're not sleeping and letting your body recover, you're not going to grow. Or you're not going to grow it the way you want to grow. Let's put it that way. Alright, so basically I got 4 meals right here. I'm going to do 2 other meals I'm going to make with hamburger and stuff like that, but we'll do that later. But so basically, this is 3 meals here. I got 1 meal with this here, and then my breakfast, which I'll make for now, and then in the morning, I'm gonna make. I'll probably throw in like 8, 9 eggs, probably 7 whole eggs, 2 egg whites. Then I'll throw some spinach in there, and I'll have that for, like I say, when I get up in the morning, and then probably half of it I'll take sometime tomorrow, and then the other half I'll when I wake up Friday morning, I'll have the other half of that. So that way, that's another that'll be another 2 meals and that'll be out of eggs. So basically this is kind of giving you an idea what to do. Obviously everybody's different as far as setting up. The main thing is to go through it and just do it. Like I said, I'm going to have to set up some more as far as some fruit. I'll throw some fruit in these here. And then, like I said, I'll probably, you know, like I say, some days I'll use this other stuff. It just matters to what we're going to use and what my taste buds feel for whatever day it is. But the majority of it is, like I say, the best thing for you to do is make everything, you know, if you're doing 3 meals a day or you're doing 4 meals a day, and if you get it prepared and get it set ahead, it's so much easier. You keep control of what you're actually putting in your body, and then you don't have to eat the fast food. And that fast food, you have no control, obviously, and not only that, you're saving money in the long run, which obviously we all want to do that too. So basically, like I say, the worst part about it is taking the time to get everything set up, making the stuff. It's a lot easier for you to control what you're putting in your mouth, keeping track, and you'll see a lot better gains. So I hope that kind of helps everybody out. If you have any questions or any comments or want to put how you do your prep meal throughout the week, obviously some people buy it. You can even buy that kind of stuff too. Again, it just matters. It's just easier for me to do this stuff. Like I say, some days I'll go on different kicks. You know, we'll use turkey burger or steak or hamburgers or, you know, salmon. I used salmon last week. We went and did salmon a couple days during the week. Again, it's all different. It just matters, like I say, what, you know, I go through. Like I say, it's just easier for me to make a bunch of it all at one time and just get it done, and then and that way it's easy to eat. Now, some of them meals I'm going to have to eat cold. Obviously, the chicken and rice is easier to eat cold than eating hamburger cold. So again, those are the ones I'll probably eat in the motel because I have a microwave. I always stay at the Westport in St. Louis there at the plaza, and you always make sure I have a microwave and a refrigerator in my room, so that way I have access to cooking my own food when I get there, because by the time I get there, I usually get there right around supper time. I'll cook one meal at supper time, and then I'll have another meal before I go to bed. So basically, like I say, that's hopefully that helps anybody, you know, kind of wondering how to do the stuff. Like I say, that way it'll give you a good start to the week. So if you have any questions or comments, like I said, go ahead and post them below, and have a good day.